This year's Lenten theme is the possibility of encounter. We are continuing to respond to Pope Francis's ongoing invitation to create a culture of encounter. Pope Francis describes such a culture as one where, through empathy, heart speaks to heart. Since we are still in the time of pandemic, it's not possible for us to safely provide opportunities for physical encounters this Lent. However, as one parishioner said when considering this new ministry center, we are helping to facilitate the possibility of encounter in the future. So please join us in supporting this almsgiving project, as well as engaging in other opportunities to explore the possibility of encounter. We will be having 2 small group book discussions, a daytime and an evening option, to read and discuss Marcus Mescher's book, The Ethics of Encounter. You might remember that Marcus was a guest on Eat, Drink, and Be Catholic just a few months ago. We will also be welcoming Anne Haines to Eat, Drink, and Be Catholic on March 10th. Lastly, we'll be having a panel discussion at the end of Lent to continue learning more about the Ministry Center. For these and other Lenten opportunities, please check our parish websites, the weekly bulletins, and our parish Facebook pages, or give Laura or Chad a call. Thanks for joining us in the possibility of encounter.
Hi everyone, it's Father Tim, pastor, on behalf of Father John Baumgartner, our associate, on behalf of Chad and Laura and our whole wonderful lay staff, on behalf of all of our family of 4 parishes, please know how grateful we are to be together for this little conversation this afternoon, welcoming Anne Haines, who's the director of the Archdiocesan effort for urban ministry, pro-life ministry. So we're so grateful to be together. I'm just introducing things to give a little historical concept of where we're at in terms of our Lenten project this year. Our Almsgiving project is going to be for the Urban Ministry Center at 25th and Capitol at All Saints Parish. About 7 years ago, the Archbishop had assigned me to the Central City to help it out a little bit in terms of finding some direction and some movement, some energy, some new energy of already what was living there and wonderfully existing there, but find a new way. And so we're working with All Saints, St. Martin de Porres, St. Michael's, and St. Rose to come together and to realize the wonderful gift of what Central City Ministry can be. And so this year we decided as a parish and the staff that we challenge parishioners to do their almsgiving project to help the Ministry Center at All Saints in the corner of 25th and Capitol, so that we can work in the midst of a neighborhood that is such an important and precious resource in the city of Milwaukee, to work with the diversities of the neighborhood and to come together and through our prayer and our fasting and our almsgiving and Lent to find a new way of maybe entering into relationship, encounter with the central city of Milwaukee, so that we can all work and find that sense of God's vision and direction as we move forward out of pandemic, hopefully into a new time in the future. So I'd like to introduce Anne in terms of the project that we're introducing, that we're building upon, something that we've been dreaming about for many years, and now because of all of you, maybe we'll move in a new direction.
I just want to say that I am so excited that we are coming to a point where we can come to the fulfillment of this vision, as Father Tim mentioned, that we've been working towards for quite a few years. I think what's really wonderful about this is that it answers so many of our calls, both spiritually and institutionally as the Archdiocese. As far as the gospel is concerned, as Laura mentioned, we're prioritizing encounter here and we have to answer the call to fellowship with those in need, and this project is really geared towards that. We're also answering Pope Francis's call to go to the peripheries and bring services to people who badly need them, not only just at the parishes like All Saints, but also in the neighborhoods, the surrounding neighborhoods like Garden Homes and Amani. We've spent a lot of time in those neighborhoods over the last 4 years, listening to people and trying to discover what they need. We also are addressing 5 synodal priorities: evangelization, cultural diversity, Catholic social teaching, marriage and family, and formation. All of those things that our Archdiocese has said are very, very important to them. We're also addressing a very, very important needs of the Black Catholic community and the Black Catholic Commission, who expressed the desire to have a center in the central city, a place where they can come together and do the work that's necessary for formation and evangelization. So all of these things we're addressing in this wonderful, wonderful project that we're asking you to be a part of. So when we create this ministry hub, as I said before, we are actually not coming in there and saying, this is what people need. We're addressing the things that people have expressly and intentionally expressed that they needed help in these areas, and we will be able to bring in the services that are already committed to helping into this ministry center just north of All Saints. We also, on a practical level, are planting the seeds to grow further ministries that may come in and locate themselves there as this particular project grows. Initially, Catholic Charities has committed to come in and provide services to family and to families and to women and their children. So this is very exciting because this was a huge priority that I heard time and time again in these neighborhood discussions. By creating or beautifying the entrance to this ministry center, you are doing wonderful work, creating a dignified, respected, beautiful point of welcome for this encounter that you so wonderfully are talking about in your Lenten mission. So thank you very much.
You know, Anne used the metaphor, and it's a great metaphor for what we're doing. We're planting seeds. And to remember, it's a mutual planting. It's not like us coming in and planting seeds. We are also all helping each other. The rising tide of kindness and goodness and charity raises everyone up. And to realize that we all have something not only to give, but to something to get from this, because we're following the greatest example, Jesus Christ. To love the poor and to love the needy is to love Jesus. And to do what we can to make every neighborhood wonderful place to raise kids, to have a sense of community, to have a sense of joy and hope, especially in the difficult things we struggle with as a culture and a society. We know that with your help, we'll do this. So there is no too small a gift, and there's no too great a gift. So we'd ask you to make some great sacrifices. The word sacrifice comes from Latin, to make holy. Make your Lent holy. Maybe, the old proverbial, what am I giving up for Lent? Well, remember, giving up is always a means to an end, never an end in itself. So try to make sacrifices, especially for this important project. In giving alms, as mentioned, as you've seen in some of the other footage, and you will see in things that are unfolding as we have a number of these encounter and sessions together, what we're trying to do is we're trying to just help the neighborhood, to beautify the neighborhood, to start with the outside so that we can move to the inside, to realize that as we get this footprint in the city, we're here and we're here for good. So thank you so much. Please be as generous as possible, and please know that everything is deeply appreciated.